For the Norcross Police Department, the future is now.
That's right. Officers there are using special computer programs which predict where crime will happen, specifically places that police might be overlooking.
Well, Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis has been peering into this future world of crime fighting, and he's here now to show us what he's found. Randy?
Yeah, Russ and Sine, with a population growing fast and a budget that is not, Norcross police had to figure out a better way of deploying their forces. What they came up with is a combination of math, science, and just an echo of science fiction. Norcross police officer Kyle Cornett sits in the parking lot of Malibu Racetrack because his computer says so.
We're sitting in the box right now.
A box that is changing the way this department fights crime. Could the future of crime fighting be a computer that pinpoints the crimes of the future?
We don't want to say we want to catch them after the fact. We want to catch them before. But how do you do that?
How do you? By stopping crooks before they commit the crime. Haven't we seen this movie plot before?
I'm placing you under arrest.
In Minority Report, future cop Tom Cruise relies on a supercomputer to help identify and arrest people before they kill, steal, or destroy. Never mind the computer is somehow powered by 3 psychics kept in suspended animation. Remember, it's make-believe. But in the years following that movie, scientists at UCLA began coming up with their own blockbuster ideas. Could statistics accurately predict where the next crime would happen? And not just in the trouble spots of a community, but in places where police might be ignoring.
We want to know what's the most likely place for the next 12 hours that type of crime is going to be committed.
Using $9,500 in seized drug money, Norcross police became the first in Georgia to actively partner with a company called PredPol. Every 12 hours, Norcross feeds PredPol new stats listing crimes, the time, and the location. Every 12 hours, PredPol sends back 8 500-square-foot boxes on a map, suggesting where those type of crimes are most likely to happen next.
Would it be better to go here or here? If I'm having to choose between the two, well, this says to go here.
Officers then spend more time patrolling in or near those boxes. Does it work? Well, the first day, Norcross police caught a pair of burglars inside this house. They responded to a neighbor's call within 1 minute because they were so close to an area of the city they would not have patrolled so often. Did they seem surprised you guys got there so fast?
They were. I think it was a surprise that we showed up because there was nothing in front of the house that would have indicated that anyone was even there.
One of them admitted to doing it and actually took us and showed us a couple of other ones that they had done recently.
Officer Cornett spends certain parts of his shift in the Malibu parking lot following a series of car break-ins. Sure, no thief is likely to show up now, but by focusing more on the boxes, Norcross hopes to prevent crimes from happening in the first place. The goal, at least a 13% drop by next year. If so, a bright future indeed.
If we can do 13%, then in my mind, that's 13 out of 100 people that weren't victimized. I don't know any other way to look at it other than that. 13 people didn't get victimized, and that's a win.
Atlanta police are beta testing the system in one of their precincts. It's already getting rave reviews in places like Seattle and Santa Cruz, California. Now, this is not to replace the instincts of veteran cops, those who are out on the beat. It just gives them another tool to think about and spend a little more time in a place that maybe they wouldn't if the box hadn't told them that that's where the crimes are expected to take place in the next 12 hours.
And so, Randy, this program is specific to property crimes or others as well?
Property crimes right now. So we're talking about burglaries, break-ins, car thefts, things like that. But in the next month or so, Norcross hopes to have enough data inputted here to let it predict gun violence incidents so that in the next 12 hours they can position people closer or perhaps even prevent the gun violence from taking place by putting their people where they need to be.
Yeah. Now, these computer programs are only as good as the data that goes in there. Is there a profiling aspect to all of
Yeah,
this?
ask that question, Russ. No, the data does not include the race of the suspect or the person who committed the crime. It's just crime, time, and location. They put that in every 12 hours, and every 12 hours it tells you the next set of boxes where these crimes are at least predicted to take place. It's the same sort of data, same sort of technology it's used to predict the aftershocks for earthquakes out in California. It's worked very well there. They're trying to implement it now for crimes.
Very interesting.
Fascinating stuff. Randy, thanks.